Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be of course makeup releases, my wish list, announcements, all kinds of things. And if you're not new here, you must know that I'm filming this always two days before you see this. So a week ago when I filmed that exact video, right after that I got the news that my very good friend passed away. So for me now sitting here, and even that I had to put on makeup now and do this, I don't know, it was really hard. So cut me some slack today, okay, please. And I'm also not doing this like really long. I just picked and chose a few things that I wanted to talk about. For me, it's just essential to, you know, make myself get in front of the camera and not be sad and be, you know, do my thing and not give in to being sad. So that's what I'm doing here. If this is not the best video that I've ever done, then that's the reason, okay? So I'm trying really hard to get back into life, and yeah, so that's what we're doing here. Okay, so of course the original creator is Samantha March. As always, you'll find her contact in the description box down below, and also everything I'm talking about and my sources on Instagram. And with that, I think we can already start. All right, so let's do this. It's not going to be a lot, as I just told you. One thing actually I missed last week, and I don't know how that could be that I missed it. Am I sitting right? I don't know. When my friend Nikki Raven, who is also on YouTube, of course, if you don't know her, then please check her out. She's so funny and so sweet. So anyway, when she spoke about that, and I thought like, why didn't I see that post? Why didn't I know? So it was this palette here from Root Cosmetics. It's their new neon palette, which is in the line of the Roaring 20s. They have like 3 palettes in the Roaring 20s series, and I have one of them, which is really good. And this is definitely something I see myself getting. This is gonna cost, let me just check the price, $22. And I think this is awesome. It looks so good. And if it performs the way the Roaring 20s Reckless palette that I have, that is, you know, very vibrant colors but darker, if it performs like that, it's going to be really good. I have done tons of looks with that palette, so this is definitely one that would be on my wish list. It's neons and I think moving towards the spring and moving towards life, that could be nice for me. So I think I'm definitely considering getting this, and this is already live because I missed it last week. So yeah, okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about is from Monique Boule MUA, and she is also coming out with spring colors, sort of, or let's say more like Valentine's colors. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to show you this quad here. So this is the new rose gold quad, even though I think it leans a little bit more towards like orange coral, but I think it is super sweet. And I know I have heard a lot of people say that they feel this like a peachy color, kind of like color scheme, is going to be super trendy this spring. So I think it's very smart of her to come out with something like this. And then she came out with a new highlighter palette which sort of supports this color scheme too, which you see here. This is a highlighter and blush palette. It has 8 colors that come in 36mm pans and are shimmery and very pigmented. I know from my own experience that that is true. Very pigmented. I don't think I have any shimmers in my collection that are as sparkly and as shimmery and as foiled as her things. I think maybe when you saw me doing looks with her products, you saw that too, that it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So just so you know, this is already live on her Etsy. I do have a code with her. It's Leorah in all caps. It gives you 5% of her orders, of your orders, of course, of your orders. It's not affiliated. I make nothing of it. It's just that you have 5% of that. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to show you is from Lancome, and I don't remember any time that I spoke about something from Lancome where I actually thought, wow, this is beautiful. So they have launched a capsule collection. Don't ask me what that means. What is a capsule collection? I have no clue. So but they have collaborated with fashion photographers Mert and Marcus. Don't know them. Anyway, they came out with the After Dark collection, and this is how it looks. So Of course, the photography of this all is super, super dark, which sort of fits into the theme. I think it's really, really pretty how they did that. And also, of course, when you look at the palette, that is, of course, the most interesting thing for me. It's absolutely stunning. It's they say here, it's the After Dark eyeshadow palette. It's they say 10 disruptive shades in shining, pearlescent, matte and iridescent finishes, promise to let eyes break all the rules. And I love that. I absolutely love that. I think it's super stunning. Do they give me prices? No, they don't. They're very smart. I'm sure it's going to be very expensive, but that looks absolutely amazing. Then they have Eyes Cold as Ice. Eyes Cold as Ice. A kit. Okay, so that is liquid shadow. It's a glittery topper. It's, you know, all kinds of things. Then they have transforming liquid eyeshadows. Then they have lip kit. Then they have an ultra duo stick. I guess that's a highlighter. And then they also have a kit, like a set with blushes. So this is going to launch in the UK in February and in the US in March. I think this is amazing. And you know what? The other reason why I really like this is that everybody is going to come out with Valentine's releases now, and they do this, and I love this. I would love to have a Valentine's release in this color scheme, just for someone to have the guts. Does one say that? To have the guts? No, to have the balls, sorry, to be different. I love this. This is so cool for a spring release. You know, a lot of people will come out with something like this around, like in the fall or around Halloween or something like this, but they're coming out with this in the springtime when everybody else is coming out with rosy color palettes. So this is really cool, and I super applaud them, and I wish I could get this palette. This palette looks amazing. Love it. Absolutely love it. I feel my happy place. Oh, good, thank God. All right, so Pinky Rose Cosmetics is coming out with 2 new palettes, and this is now almost launch after launch, because I don't know if you remember, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago they came out with the it was not the Stormy palette, it was the ones with the lightning. Was it the lightning palette? Something like this. The pans were shaped in lightning shapes, you know. I was not crazy about those shapes. I like the palette, I like the color scheme, but the shapes of the pans as lightning bolts, I don't know how to say that, it's too much for me. I can't do this, you know. So now they're coming out with palettes that look like this. So one of them is this one, a more rosy and a bit neutral color scheme, which is the Luscious Plum palette. Just so you know, if you hear this, this is my husband coming home. I'm filming under the driveway, so under our carport. So he just parked the car. He's probably going to lock the car very soon, so you will hear that. Okay, so this is one, and then we have the Sunflower palette, which is also neutral with like 2 pops of colors. I kind of like both of them. I think it's really nice. I can totally see working with both of those. I think they're super pretty, because I just feel these color schemes, you know. These days I just can feel everything. So I don't know. Yeah, I do. So it's $22 each, and this is going to be live. Is this already live? What date is today? This is already live. This went live on January 24th. So these 2 palettes are already available. The next thing that is now available and official is, of course, the Midas Cosmetics launch or collaboration together with Hannah from Smoky Glow. So now we see the palette that she came out with, which is really nice. I don't watch launch videos. I don't have the time. You know, something has to be really special. But this last week, I just wanted to fill my, I don't know, I just wanted to fill the silence, I guess. So I just watched stuff, or let's say I had it run in the background, you know. So I don't know, it was a bit crazy this last week. So I watched her swatching the palette, and I'm super excited for her that she gets to do this. It's huge, and I think she chose really nice shades for this palette. It looks really lovely. I could totally, again, I could see myself having this palette. Am I ever gonna get this? I don't know. but I wish I could, you know, just saying. So it's a very beautiful palette. There's also going to be a lip gloss trio, and there's going to be a highlighter duo, and everything looks really, really nice. So the eyeshadow palette is going to retail for $36, the lip gloss trio for $25, the highlighter duo for $21, and you can have the whole thing as a PR package sort of for $75. And I think you can use her discount code and get like 20% off or something. So I don't know, I would maybe want to get the palette. Do I need it? No. Do I need anything? No. It's not the issue if I need anything. It's not that. At this point where I am in my makeup collection and what I have, I could probably dupe most of the things. Maybe, okay, so I don't have a lot of multi-chromes and things like this, or maybe even, I don't know. But do I really need anything to add? I don't know if that's really a question for me. It's like, I just like it. It looks really, really nice. I think it looks really thought through. I like it. So I would consider it. Yeah, especially if I could, you know, have 20% off of a $36 palette, or even if it's 15% or whatever it is, I'm not sure now. That is really, really nice, you know, it's a very, very good price. So I'll think about it. If I get it, you will see it in whatever haul it comes up, okay? So the next thing I wanted to show you is from Colourpop, and they are sort of sneak peeking this new palette. I don't know if this is already live. Let me just check. They say here it's coming soon, so I don't know when that is going to be. Anyway, it might be live when you see this. I have no idea. So this is the You're a Cute eyeshadow palette. So sweet. I love this. I love it. It's cool browns, it's like dark, it's cool purples, it's beautiful. I love it. What can I say? I love it. No reason not to love it. Okay, there's also going to be a Super Shock Cheek duo that's coming out with this, and a lippy trio, and a mascara and liner. I think this is going to fly off the shelf. So if you want this, if this is what you like to wear, and I think this is a super wearable palette without being too normal, you know, I really, really like this. So that is beautiful, and that's coming to Ulta, and it's coming to the website, of course. So it's beautiful. Love it. Absolutely love it. Really, really cute. Then the next thing I wanted to show you was from BareMinerals, and they're coming out with the Beauty of Nature collection, and it looks like this. And I think the theme, first of all, is super, super beautiful. It's sort of, you know, it's not just the love theme, the Valentine's Day theme, which everybody is doing now, as I already said, and it's not a surprise. It's not like I have a big discovery that everybody is doing this now. Everybody knows that everybody is doing that now. But to focus on the rebirth of nature, I think this is really, really nice and lovely. I love the lipsticks. The colors of the lipsticks, every single one of them is absolutely my thing, you know. Then they have those two matte blushes, and then they also have, let me just see if I have a picture of this, then they also have the eyeshadow palette, which is called Natural Oasis, which is, you know, it's a little bit too little for me, a little bit too, it's just not for me. But the lipsticks are absolutely my thing. Blushes, matte blushes is not necessarily my first preference. I like glowy blushes, that's just what I like. But I can go for matte, like I don't really care that much. But the the lipsticks are beautiful. So beautiful. Let me see if I do have a price for the lipsticks. Okay, so they are retailing for $20 each. So I'm not gonna have this, but I can, you know, sit here and just be happy about it, that it's so beautiful. All right, the next thing is Natasha Denona. So Natasha Denona came out with, or is coming out now with, a lot of Valentine's related releases. So first of all, let's talk about the Love palette. Of course, the Love palette, it actually looks really, really nice. It totally makes sense. It's another palette that makes sense. It's less vibrant than the one from Midas Cosmetics and Hannah, but this is, I think, a little bit more sophisticated, where you can also, I guess, see maybe the age difference also between Natasha Denona and Hannah. I can go for everything. I can see myself going both ways. I think both of those palettes are super, super pretty. So this is going to retail for $65. It has 15 shades, and it is going to be available on January 28th, which is already live when you see this. That might be then your yesterday, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so this is very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Okay, so next thing is that she came out with this palette, which is a cheek palette, of course, blush and highlighter, which is also super pretty. You know, there is nothing wrong with this. Really, really pretty. I don't know if this corally shade, if that is a cream product. Is that a cream? Yeah, that I don't like. I don't like cream products too much. If that would be a powder product, I would prefer it. But anyway, so this little palette is going to retail for $55. Never gonna have it, so she can put all the cream shades in it as much as she wants. I'm not gonna have it, but still it looks really, really beautiful. It's just way too expensive for me. But then she also came out, of course, with lip products that are going with this whole love related launch. And yeah, so we have all kinds of like glosses and lip balms, and everything looks really, really nice, glossy, glittery, beautiful, super, super nice. Yeah, she has a thing going. So anyway, each retails for $26. She's just out of my league. What can I say? But I can sit here and like it from afar. I don't mind. You know, it's okay. Like, whatever. It's okay. All right. Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with a new Norvina palette. And this is number 3 in those little mini pro pigment Norvina palettes. And it looks like this. It's really, really sweet. It's just that if I have the choice, I will not buy a small palette. I will not, especially if it costs $29. If I have to have a 9-pan palette, it's probably gonna be one from Colourpop that retails for $12. You know what I mean? So nevertheless, it looks really, really pretty. Really like it. By the way, I also did this look today with the Norvina, with the big one. Which one was that? It's here. It's this one, the number 2. Which I'm still using. Of course, I'm still using it. It's a very beautiful palette. It sort of gives me a similar color scheme of, you know, the one that you see here. So I don't really need the little one. Plus, as you know, I'm vibing more with big palettes. So yeah. So that's going to be $29. And is that already live? I don't know, 27th, yeah. So that is going live today when I'm filming this, which is the day before yesterday for you. So it is live. You can go and check that out. It's going to be available on Anastasia Beverly Hills website and of course in Sephora. And the last thing for today that I want to talk about is from MAC. So last time, of course, we spoke about those beautiful highlighters that are coming out in their new collection. And now they're showing us, I guess, because it's a similar package, so I guess it's from the same launch, that they're showing us those blushes. So they call it the GlowPlay Blush. That's so hard to say. GlowPlay Blush. And they say here it's ultra smooth cushiony blushes that comes in 11 blendable shades in a creamy formula, and it has sheer to medium buildable color. So they're retailing for $30 each. It's that's not my thing, unless I have some kind of like a birthday or something and I want to treat myself with something like this. It's probably going to be even more expensive in my country, though. If it costs $30 in America, it's probably going to be $35 or even more here. So I don't know. I have blushes. Leorah, you have enough blushes. Really? So I don't know. I don't need this, but it's really, really beautiful. Sheer to medium buildable coverage is maybe also not my preference. You know, I like to have it a little bit more, you know, more vibrant and more, even though it is buildable, but I like it to have a little bit more oomph, you know. So but nevertheless, I think it's really, really nice. Again, creamy formula is okay. Like for example, like baked blushes, that is sort of also a little bit leaning towards creamy. I really, really like that. I'm wearing one today, and this one is actually super, super cheap. That was something like, let me think, maybe $3, you know, from a local brand which is called Beauty Care here, and this is their terracotta blush. I still have it here, so I'm just going to show you. It looks like this. It is like a purple with a bronze marble thing going. I don't know how to say this, it's too hard. So anyway, you don't have to buy something that is $30, you know, sometimes you can get it cheaper and it still works and it's still beautiful. So I'm never going to be that kind of a girl who just goes for high end, because that is not me. As long as it works for me and it performs well and the colors are nice, I don't care what name is printed on it, you know. I also don't have very like super sensitive skin or anything, so I don't break out, so I really don't care. So anyway, so let's just move to the middle and let's chat about my favorites. So I think because I have a very limited number of things that I chose to speak about today, I have basically a lot of favorites. Because I just chose the things that I liked. Of course, there is the Root Cosmetics palette, the Neon palette, which I thought was super, super beautiful. Then, of course, the Midas Cosmetics palette, the collaboration with Hannah, it's beautiful. The one from Colourpop is a different kind of beautiful. It's really, really nice. Natasha Denona, really, really nice. Also, the highlighter palette from Monique Boule, super beautiful. And Lancome, that dark, what was it called? Dark night after dark, whatever, eyeshadow palette. It's so brave to come out with something like this, and it's so beautiful. So basically, I loved it all. What can I say? Yeah, it's good to love a lot, you know? Sometimes it hurts, but it's good to love a lot. It's a good thing. I think a lot, like we should all love more, you know? I think it would help the world. Yeah. All right, sweeties, you see that I'm still a bit upside down. But anyway, I'm here, I'm filming, I'm here with you. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What did you like? Is there anything that you would want to recommend, you know, where you say, wow, Leorah, maybe you would want to check that one out because I really like that? So feel free to let me know or tag me on Instagram in those posts. And again, I also want to thank you for all the people who are still tagging me on Instagram in different posts where there are sales going on, or if there's any new release where you think that that might be interesting to me. I really, really appreciate it, because I'm not spending too much time online these days. It's just a little bit overwhelming for me right now, so it really, really helps me out when you're sort of just pointing me in the right direction. That is really, really kind of you, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your ongoing support and also for reaching out to me. So many of you reached out to me after my video from Sunday where I spoke about the loss of my friend and my charity Get Ready With Me, and thank you so much for all your kindness that you've extended to me. I'm so, so glad to be here. You know, what would I do if I wouldn't be here? Seriously. So thank you so, so much. Leave me your comments. If you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. And I'll see you here next time for my next video, which is going to be tomorrow, God willing. And up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.